Hello guys, it's Jana, and I'm here with another video, bringing you Crown of the Cosmos Mythic POV from our first kill. This is I'm really hyped for this video because this is like my actual first Hall of Fame. I think it's around world rank 125, and I played really well in this boss. Like besides some like minor mistakes, I think in P1 or something, if I remember from watching the VOD. But it's gonna show you how to properly play your cooldowns, how to actually play the boss mechanically. I will explain also the mechanic part of the boss because this boss is very mechanically and output challenging. But without further ado, let's get into video. Obviously, as you guys probably noticed, I'm the Sunline enjoyer, so I'm also playing the Sunline build here. And I will show you how to make the most of the build. So here on the start, you pop your cooldowns. Like on this pull, I don't do it. I usually did. You grip the far slimes. They get aggroed by my tank, so he salvages me there. Otherwise, I would be gripping them. Just it would be late. That's what I was saying. Like some minor mistakes that can um, troll you, but as long as like either you realize it or somebody fixes it, it's not gonna be a problem. So here you have an interrupt. You interrupting a slam, and then it's an obelisk. I dodged it wrong way. So I could have been closer to the mirror and hitting it, especially because I get an arrow. Like I could be doing a bit more damage here, but it doesn't matter. Here I hit it with an arrow. It's really important to hit with an arrow only when the boss is either giga low or dead as there, because otherwise you will lose. Like you will remove the stacks from the mobs. Here I get an obelisk. You always bait it or well aim it towards the old goop. Why towards the old goop? Because people should be moving. Like for example, those two over there should have taken the gate earlier. They were finishing the cast or whatever. Like they did their position, but like that's the position to aim obelisk always. Like always away from your raid. As you see, like the range camp is all the way over there. So like you want to aim as far away from this as possible. Here you're moving off. Why? Because you want to get your pets and everything up to Varellos. Because you're pressing second army. Also, I didn't mention, you do not bottom pull. You don't want to bottom pull. Because you want to get pot with bloodlust, which is 3 minutes in. Like 3 minutes-ish. And you want to get pot in execute. And also, like damage in P1 is, I mean, relevant because you don't want this set to enrage, but like if you're any close to killing the fight, you should not be needing to pot P1. There, this circle is bad by me. I should have just stood on the range, like I stood for a bit, and then I thought I dropped it, which obviously was not the case. But here, it's fine. Like it's not gonna matter in the long run or anything because like we are phasing. Get disappeared. Platform breaks. Here, intermission, you obviously want to advance, but also you want to be hitting the boss. You press your DT just because the next cooldowns you're pressing is army. You don't want to hold this DT. You want to get 2 armies before she goes to P3. So you press DT here. It keeps your sunline stacks and also makes sure that you get 2 armies in the P2 to push the boss as low as possible because you're gonna probably be one of the biggest single target blasters in your raid. Like on our kill, like I was gapping everybody by a quite decent margin on boss damage. So here, boss becomes attackable, so you want to dot her, you want to hit her with like coils and her strikes, even without gold stacks, so just to hit the boss, to drop like that extra percent or whatever, uh, just so she goes as low as possible into the P3. Here, pot, CDs, this is what I was talking about, this is the bloodlust. Because you want to kill a simulacrum on the other side, and also you want to drop Illyria as low as possible before the last phase, because last phase is fixed timer, but P2 depends on you. On hitting these arrows and hitting simulacrums with obelisks, which is gonna give you the arrows. So here, you want to go through the boss, hit the boss, because it reduces the energy of the boss, as you can see. She's only 20 energy, like, and she basically started the cast with that match energy, because we reduced her energy that she gained during the cast, basically. I think every hit is like 5 energy. So here, you want to always bait into this golden ring-ish. Like, I'm standing a bit bad, but like this is okay position now. Obviously, I go hit an arrow. But like, you want to bait obelisks where these guys are. I'll move in, I'll grip. Get right to mouse over, I fight, I grip. You continue hitting the boss. Like, you never like swap to ads on this fight, basically. Like, After P1, you never swap to anything. You are only hitting the boss. You're only responsible for boss damage. Because in Unholy DK, target swapping is pretty bad compared to other classes, and also you don't have your CDs lined up with anything, and obviously boss needs to die, and she will be in perma execute kind of later in the fight. So here, Obelisk, you get to see I'm hitting the simulacrum. How you know if you're hitting it is it turns purple, as it did there. I hit it, perfect. We're getting more arrows. This enables us to send the second army that I was talking about. That's why the DT in the intermission, you can send it to keep your sunline stacks. It is free way to keep the sunline stacks without needing to fish for Vampiric Strike, because you are not gonna be pressing the DT even if you like had a chance. Here this obelisk is very bad, like bad bait, but I managed to do it. Like the range bait was a bit closer to melee. I managed to hit it. So here boss is like also like pretty low, 49%, and like she's about to phase. We are keeping her in the phase basically for another seconds. So I finish my cooldowns basically, and she goes into the phase with like I think 45% HP, and like this obelisk was criminal. Like these baits and these aims are criminal, but like doesn't matter. Here it's really important. Extend your sunline buff before this area denial happens. Like for me, I extended it, perfect. I extended it by pressing DT, which I think is good because that gives you leeway, because you're getting two armies in P3 anyways. So it's gonna give me leeway to actually press them properly when I want them, and both of them to be in execute, which you're gonna see now. Like when I get rescued over, this is just for uptime. So like in theory you can jump over this, especially if you play Rider, but the sunline it gets tricky if you don't have a feather. So I just got the rescue because we had a free rescue. It's gonna give you free uptime. If you have a Obelisk, you stay out. You don't want to aim it at the group or anything. You just want to aim it away. Even like suck some uptime. Like it doesn't matter. You need to not terrorize the group basically with those obelisks, because that is the only way somebody gets like randomly the death. Because like for everything else, you should have like defensive plan or like personal healing potion, whatever. Like healers heal. Like you should not die to anything else. Well, I mean, people should not be dying to anything else than obelisks. If obelisks are bad, if obelisks are good, and your healers are good, you cannot die on this fight. Like look this. We basically have assigned persons for the one before this, and now we take the gate, I drop an MZ, and we have Healthstone and or Health Pot, depending what you need. For example, if you get an obelisk, that is like I always use MS when I get obelisks in this phase. Why? Because obelisk is magic damage, and it keeps me safe, because all of the damage in this phase is magic damage. So here, as I said, like we are not swapping. Like if you need to swap to this, that means like either your comp is really bad, or like whoever is making you swap doesn't have a clue like what your class does or how you should play the fight. Like here, I have Healthstone. I click it just to make it sure, because like I see we're getting close to a kill. Like here, my army is about to come up, but I'm only getting one more army. Like I mean, in theory you can get two, but like it's gonna be like last 3 seconds of the fight. So here, what I do, I DT, and I hold my army for the potion of recklessness that is coming up in 20 seconds, which is gonna be like basically when we are done with all mechanics and we can AFK, chill, hit. I'm gonna basically like full on blast with pot. So here we have some deaths. That is unfortunate. As you know, it is what it is. The ads are dying. Like here, I'm just looking and hoping those two die, because if they die, boss is dead. As you can see now, like boss is 40 million, 35 million now. I potion, army, soul reaper. Like I'm obliterating this boss, and now I get a break. This is the last mechanic you have to play in this fight. Break. You are waiting for a raid leader. Do not ever break this on your own. It's only when your raid leader tells you to do it, because you can delay this infinitely. And here we kill the boss, and as you can see, I'm top of the damage meter. I was also top on log, and it was like a, I think, rank 6 world log. So I'm like really happy how rank 6. I mean Unholy DK log. So I'm really happy how I played this boss, and I hope I'm gonna help any of you guys with your Crown of the Cosmos progression, because I got feedback that a lot of you watched my Paladin's guide and got decent info from it. So yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. I will be back with more raid guides. I'll be back with M plus videos, like as soon as we start actually pushing, because like for now, I'm just playing with like some guildies and other friends for fun. Like we are basically like doing like keys that I don't consider like at least high enough or like difficult enough that they are worth like going over to, because like everything just dies, like unless you're harming depths, like all the keys are timed. So yeah, without further ado, thank you everybody for watching, and I will be back in another video. Peace.